talking about this on my way over into the office this morning, and I just think that we the last ones left. We the last real ones left, ladies and gentlemen. It's only us. It's only us. I don't know how many other real ones it is. It's some dots out there. It's some people out there. Shout out to my dog, Angry Man. Met him in real life and so on and so forth. But I think that we might be one of the last ones left, ladies and gentlemen, and let me tell you why. I actually kicked it with Pearl this weekend on FaceTime, and so I won't divulge. Obviously, I'm never going to divulge anything that I have a personal conversation with anybody with. And so, but we talked, like we really kicked it. We talked. I wanted to understand what her thoughts were. She was asking me a lot of different questions and what my thoughts were about a lot of different things and so on and so forth. But that's usually what people do when you actually meet them in person. Shout out to Myron Webster. Definitely going to be reading that super chat shortly. That's usually what people do when you rock out with somebody in person and you got their phone number and you actually have had multiple interactions with them. You call them. You call them. This internet shit is different. Visibility, subscribers, getting a little bit of air beneath your feet, it's different. It's just different for some people. When I pray in the morning, and probably over the last 5, 6, 7 years or so, I've always prayed to God and I've always promised God that I was going to be 100% of the time. No matter what happens, no matter if they like me or they dislike me, no matter if they rocked with me or they didn't rock with me, I was always going to be 100% of the time. Regardless if I agreed or I disagreed, if I hated you or if I liked you, I was going to keep it 100 based off of what the standards were that was taught to me from my OGs and from my people. Shout out to Jason Rouge. I'm definitely going to be reading super chats throughout the show. Thank y'all. And I just don't understand because I'm just built different. Right? I was always taught that once you let somebody into your home or you let them into your space or they meet your spouse, Pearl and Rita actually sat, they talked, they kicked it in real life. You know what I'm saying? She know my wife. Like, this is some behind the scenes shit. This ain't even no, listen, I know I'm different. I'm married. I'm one of the few people that's actually can talk about the things that we talk about in these spaces, even though I don't consider myself a part of any sphere. I'm just Anton from AntonDaniels.com, and I just roll with the people that I actually love and support, which is my bag chasers. I'm different. It's different over here. And so when you get to that level, when you can sit and talk to my wife, now let's be clear. There's plenty of people that I disagree with all the time, even people that I actually love and support. Some of it is not even relevant enough. Like, I'm not going to call you for every single point that you make in order to be able to hold you accountable. That ain't even got nothing to do with our friendship or what it is that we got going on, because I truly know who you are and I understand you. But more importantly, I'm never going to put you on Front Street and hang you publicly for the mob just to be able to satisfy most people that ain't even subscribed to you. If you've ever been over here on the Millionaire Morning Show, and most people that rock with me knows how I am. They know how I roll. Even from the very beginning, they know how I roll, right? I can want the best for the people that are around me the most, which may be black people, but it doesn't mean that I'm going to hate you just because you're a white person, or I'm not going to rock with you, or I'm not going to make sure that I know who you are and understand who you are and have those conversations when we have that direct connection. We got that direct line on each other. And so when I seen a lot of people moving the way that they moved, especially after they just capitalized off of and did business with somebody in real life multiple different times, it puzzled me. It perplexed me. Because it said, oh, y'all that weak? If you weak enough in order to, I expect this from women. So when I seen some of the women do it, I was like, okay, I get that. That's how women are. They'll switch up on you in 5 seconds if they don't have a strong man in order to control them and help them to understand how they're supposed to move. But I don't expect that from kings. I don't expect that from men. Like, you got to have a foundation and a standard before that's why I say, yo, I need to understand who you are. I don't have to agree with you. I don't have to like every point that you make, but I need to understand who you are as a person before I really bring you into my personal space. And so when I seen people quick to throw the darts publicly without having a conversation privately, when you can actually hit the person up privately to get more context before you drop a video publicly, I said, I know what this is. This is the difference between a husband and a boyfriend. This is the difference between somebody that's solid and somebody that's just trying to satisfy the mob. These is the type of people that'll leave their chick in order to go hang out with their homies and hold them down. It's wild. It's wild. And so I've always felt like if you know somebody in real life, then you make that phone call. And so when we kicked it and we talked and we had conversations, I'm going to tell you exactly what I told her. I'm not going to tell you the context of all of our conversation or what she said to me and any of that, because that's private between me and her. But I'm going to tell you what I told her. I'm not going to tell you what her response was, but I'm going to tell you what I told her. And this was way before she went on Obsidian show and all of that. And so I watched that for like 5 minutes and I seen what was happening. I said, man, let me turn this off. Not because Obsidian don't put on a great show. Shout out to him. Shout out to any content creator that agrees or disagrees with me. But because I just didn't like what I had been seeing. And so I told her earlier in the weekend, I said, listen, Pearl, don't apologize. She said, Anton, really? I said, yeah. Don't apologize. It's one thing to take responsibility and accountability for how things play out. But it's another thing, because I don't believe that you were wrong and I don't believe that you're racist. You don't have to apologize for being something that you're not. To appease who? The people that never was rocking with you and is not subscribed to you anyway? That ain't your audience. That ain't your core audience. That ain't the people that subscribe to you. I said, how many subscribers you lost? None. Oh. All I can be is transparent. All I can be is transparent. All I can do is tell you the truth. I said, never apologize for something that you being accused of that can't be substantiated. Obsidian invited a group of, I guess, what he would say is the top or some of the most relevant content creators in the space that may know or have something to say negatively or positively about Pearl. And so you get the group email. You know how it's everybody on the email, and it was like, I don't know, 10 of us or 12 of us or 50. I don't even remember how many of us it was. And then it was CC Pearl, right? And so I get to see all of the list of the people, and I don't really care. I'm not going to name the people. That's irrelevant. But I seen the list, right? Now, think about this for 1 second. Let me cook. Think about this for 1 second. You see this list of people, right? And these are the people that Obsidian invited over to be able to have this conversation with Pearl, or have the one-on-one, like, okay, you feeling a certain type of way, question me in person. Which, if it was me, I would have never advised Pearl to do that in the first place. But neither here nor there. She could do whatever she want. I didn't know anything about it until I got the email, right? So I get the email and I see a whole list of the top content creators. And let me tell you what else I seen. So he invited it. He made the whole invitation. He also tagged us on his video and everything like that before it started. And usually, if you don't want to come, you could choose to do whatever you want to do. You don't want to go on the panel. I'm personally not going on the panel. I'm trying not to even be on the panels that I own. Why would I show up on another panel? Which he don't know that, but that's my sentiment. It's Sunday. It's family day, and I'm not about to go to this shit show. I'm not about to go to this shit show. So you see the email and you see all of the people. But then this is the thing that set off the red flag for me. And this is, I gotta be honest. The thing that set off the red flag for me was the people that responded to the whole group. Let me say that again. It's almost like when somebody is in your chat, right? And they say, hey, everybody, I'm leaving because I don't like what's happening right now. Instead of just leaving. Or if you respond, how come you can't just respond to Obsidian himself instead of responding to the whole group? Because you want everything that you're saying to be seen. And then what it also does is it influences the rest of the group in order to make a decision, and you get to get your rocks off without you actually saying it to the person. And so then I seen a Me Too movement happening in the email chain. No, I'm not going because A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Oh, I'm not going because I would never have a conversation with somebody that I disagree with. Blah, 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 blah. No, I'll make a response video about it. I'll play the whole video, but I'm not actually interested in having a conversation with her, blah, 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 blah. And then I seen a reply, and a reply to the whole group, and reply to the whole group, and reply to the whole group, and reply to the whole group. And it's a long thread, and some of these responses was like 3 and 4, 5 paragraphs long and well thought out with punctuation marks. Looked like they went through spell check and Grammarly and chat AGBTQs and all of this other type of stuff. And it's a whole thread. Now, I don't think that I have to explain this, because if you know, you know. But let's just really have a conversation. Come on, y'all. If anybody is from any kind of space to where they've had any kind of authentic people around them, you know what's happening. You know what's happening. Do I have to go into why you don't move like that? If I wanted to respond, then I would have just responded just to Obsidian instead of to the entire group. Am I the only one that's missing it? Am I the only one that's missing it? This is the same thing that plays out publicly in Hollywood, music industry, in your own little personal groups, and on the internet. It's all optics and politics and finessing and high school. This is literally like high school on the internet. This goes from entertainment to high school. And this is the problem when you start having people interacting with each other in real life. This is the problem when you start operating with each other in real life. Is that the real can see the real, and you let the rest of it fall where it may. Which is why I just stay in my little space. You ain't got to classify me. You know, honestly, unless I like really kick it with you and I've made a connection with you in some kind of shape, fashion, or form, I don't want to collab. I don't want to kick it. I don't want to do none of that. I'm going to reach out to the people that I rock with. I'm going to reach out to the people that I believe is 100. And I mean, ain't no love lost. Ain't nobody fucking checking for me anyway, so it ain't like it's a big deal or nothing like that. I'm in my own zone. I'm in my own space. I'm staying the fuck away from all of this shit, man. It's just messy. Anytime you start to get together right after Kevin Samuel's birthday celebration and all of that, you see all of this banging. And if you gonna do something, then you do it. If you gonna remove yourself, then you do it. If you gonna hold somebody else, if you gonna hold her accountable, or if you gonna feel a certain type of way about it, then feel some type of way about it and you handle it. Don't go over there and try to get a posse. Hey man, you gonna come over here with me so we can denounce this person over there? No, you do what you gonna do. I'ma move how I don't ask nobody for permission. I ain't checking in with nobody when I go to your city. I don't check in with nobody on the internet. Hey man, how do you feel about me making a video? No, if I know you in real life, regardless if I agree with you or not on what it is that you saying on these platforms, because you could just be entertaining. It don't even matter. If I know you in real life, I'm going to call you and I'll be like, yo, fam, you think that was a smart move? What's going on? And then they add the context. Whether we agree or we disagree, we had that conversation offline. We leave it at that. I'm never, ever going to move like a snake. Once I done been around you and I kicked it with you and now I'm going to throw you up under the bus. You got my phone number in real life and you going to move like this? And y'all wonder why everybody always falling out. I don't want to know these niggas. I don't want to kick it with people. I don't want to be friends. I just want to stay in my own lane. I'm going to recognize the people that's doing good work. When I see y'all doing good work, I'm going to just be like, yo, that's dope over there. But I'm keeping it 100% business, 100% G. And I'm never, ever, ever. Like, I got people that I rock with in real life. I'm going to do my little in-person panels in real life with people that I done known, that know my character, that I know how it is that they rock. We do stuff for each other and all that other type of stuff. Yo, this is wild. This is wild. This is wild for me. You gonna force somebody else to do something that you want to do because you feeling a certain type of way, and you don't even fuck with me in the first place? Yo, why? I see people leaving comments on my videos telling me what to do when you ain't even subscribed. Nigga, I don't even know you. You ain't even got a real picture. You an avatar. How I know you ain't some cripple in somebody else's basement beating your meat every day? Man, get out of my face, man. This is so fake. So fake. If you know somebody in real life, and you got their number, and you done went in their crib, you done hung out with them, you done met their people and all of that, it's too much for a phone call? That's wild now? So I guess that I'm the anomaly. I'm off. All right, I'll just stay in my little lane.